I'm going to talk to you today about overpopulation of cats and dogs in the United States of America. This has been an ongoing problem for several decades, yet a lot of people still don't know about it or refuse to learn about it because of the sad facts. Now first, let's talk about kill shelters. You've probably heard about the shelters that kill animals that never get a chance to get adopted to begin with. So they enter a shelter and they end up getting killed. Why don't they get a family? Why don't they get a second chance? That's a good question. And the answer to that is overpopulation. Overpopulation means that there are too many animals in need, and this goes for cats and dogs as well, and there are not enough good homes for them to go to. This is because they produce and reproduce at a much higher rate than the human population can or wants to keep up with. Why do I care? Why did I pick this topic for my presentation? The reason is that I saw a lot of this problem, a lot of the details, the abuse and neglect, and the animals in need when I was living in Missouri. Finally, I decided to do something about it, and I became the animal shelter manager for a local humane society. While I was there for about 1.5 years, I was able to be part in rescuing and rehabilitating about 600 animals. And this showed me that any one person without any prior qualifications can make a big difference in the lives of these animals. That's why I want to spread the word about this problem. Here are some of the animals that I was able to help rescue, rehabilitate, get them back to health, and find them wonderful homes. This is really at the center of the rescue efforts. This is what it's all about. We take these little innocent creatures, whatever condition they may come in, and we help them find forever loving homes. Why should you care? I'm sure you're busy. I'm sure you're already helping other charitable projects, or maybe you just have a lot going on and no specific interest in animals. I understand, but the truth is that with very little effort, you can already make a difference in animals' lives. And when we all work together on a big problem, great progress can be made and tremendous improvements can be accomplished. I want to show you just how severe this situation is. I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. So here are some statistics. Up here on the first line, you can see the amount of animals that are returned to their homes after they enter a shelter. So basically, an animal might be picked up as a stray, and after a while, they get returned to their families. That's the perfect case scenario. That's the best case scenario. But as you can see, this only happens in 2% of cases for cats and roughly 15% of cases for dogs. The second lines on here, this is the amount of animals that find new homes and get adopted after being in the shelter for a while and usually being altered and after they get back to health. The percentage for them is about 25%. So about 1 in 4 animals find a new home after entering a shelter. That's good, but the bottom line is, what about the others? And that's our big bar down here. Now, roughly speaking, 50 to 75% of animals in the United States of America that enter into shelters end up being killed or euthanized. That means they never get a second chance. They don't get to live their lives out in a family. They don't get to sleep on a couch or on a bed. They're killed. They don't come out alive. And this is the big number that we're trying to change. That's why we need all hands on deck to right this wrong. Now, of course, you're asking yourself, what can I do to help? There are so many options. I'm sure there's something for you out there. Here are some of them. A great option for anybody who has a home is fostering. You can simply open up your home to an animal in need and let them stay with you for a while. Now, this can either be in a spare bathroom if it's a cat or a kitten or a small old dog. They might only need one room and, just a little attention every single day. They'll be very grateful. Others, you can contribute in other ways. If you like puppies, maybe you can foster a puppy, or maybe a big old couch potato. Whatever best fits your needs. I'm sure there's an animal out there that would love to have you as a foster family. And once you're done with them, they find their forever homes, and this is very rewarding. If you're ready to add an animal permanently to your family, you may choose adoption. This takes an animal off the shelter's records permanently, and they find themselves in a perfect home. There couldn't be anything better than that for a rescuer. Spay and neuter is kind of in the center of the whole overpopulation problem. And the reason for this is that animals have a very strong drive to reproduce. It's in their nature. So even if you say, my animal, my dog, is never outside of the house in the fence, they don't meet other animals, you might be surprised what great lengths they go to in order to reproduce. So please look into options to spay and neuter your animals to make sure that so-called accident litters don't occur, because when they do, you might have 8 or 12 puppies or kittens on your hands that need new homes, and that just adds to our problem of overpopulation. Volunteering is a great option, and there's a great variety of ways of doing this. You can go to the shelter and ask them what they need. I assure you there's always something. You might be able to cuddle the kitties, take the dogs for walks, maybe do some bathing or grooming, maybe help clean up a little bit. You can help at adoption events. Maybe you're good at printing flyers or creating new flyers, web design, help with the Facebook page. There are so many options, and I'm sure there's something for you as well. You can donate. Money is very important in the rescue world because they have vet bills. The veterinarian is usually a great contributor to the rescue efforts, but they too need to be paid, and a lot of these animals come with great vet bills, so donations are always much appreciated. The last point is educate. That's what I'm doing here today. I'm telling you about the problem. I'm asking you to think about it and spread the word. Some of your friends or maybe family members, they may not know about it, or maybe they're looking for a new companion. Just tell them about it. Maybe show them the local shelter. Maybe go together. Maybe tell your kids about it and make sure that they learn about this early on, because the problem is serious and we need all hands on deck. Thank you.